What if the night sky was missing the moon and there were no shooting stars to use wishing on you? And the thunder rolls and the lightning strikes.
The storm outside. That's why I did that.
Another love grows cold, cold on a sleepless night. Storm goes on, out of control. Deep in her heart, the thunder rolls.
That was off script. Okay, got it.
What if the night
I don't hear that. It's saying
me free, me free.
no, that's not.
It sets me free. It sets me free.
Got it.
Baby, don't. All this drinking and smoking is hopeless. Feel like it's all that I need. Something inside of me is broken. I hold on to anything that sets me free.
Let's do it.
Somebody save me from myself. I spent so long living in hell. They say my lifestyle is bad for my health. It's the only thing seems to help. All of this drinking and smoking is hopeless, but feel like it's all that I need. Something inside of me's broken. I hold on to anything that sets me free. I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life has shattered my hopes and my dreams. I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life has shattered my hopes and my dreams. What if the night sky missing the moon? No shooting stars to use wishing on you. All of my sorrows, just wash them down. It's the only peace I found. All of this drinking and smoking is hopeless, but feel like it's all that I need. Something inside of me's broken. I hold on to anything that sets me free.
I'm 31 years old. Right where I thought I'd be when I was graduating college, working in corporate tech, before we were trapped inside, streaming chess on my 31st birthday after dealing dice or craps at a casino. I'm not unhappy about it. I got my rating back over 2100. I've got to quit playing chess at work, though, man. I'm not messing up or anything, but like if it's an intense game or it took longer than I wanted, I didn't have time to take a breather before I can't come back to the floor. Man, my brain is still just fried, and I'm thinking about that chess game. And I think I hide it pretty well. But some drunk people think they hide being drunk well before they get a DUI. And chess is my drug. All right, 20-point increments. Back over 2100, like I mentioned. At my best, I'm a little better than 2200 in rapid and blitz and both time controls. But I struggle to play on my laptop, so I might just stick with my phone for now. So my eyes get adjusted. Okay. That's not a great start. Where do you want to go? Where's your horse want to gallop to? Does it want to gallop somewhere? I don't know about that. Seems suspicious. You're a suspicious character. I think I get my pawn back. Oh, shit. That's so pathetic. Let's not play like that. Let's not do that. First game. Okay, 21-20. That's an example. If I'm in that mode, I just blew a game, just flagged, did something stupid. I can't enjoy anything for a couple seconds at least. Should just be a pawn, yeah. What do you want, jackass? I can do that. Hmm. Ah. I'm not happy with that move at all. But thank God you're a blessing. You're just a blessing. I appreciate you. Let's lock in here. Lock in. Okay. Thanks so much for your horse. I'll ride off into the sunset with it. Don't worry. I know what I said. I will ride. I will let the horse be the passenger. The horse is along for the ride. Because you were so cruel to your horse, I wanted to understand what it's like to be loved. Do I have to do that? Surely I don't. There we go. That looks better. Swiss Army knife. I'm about to sharpen you up. Or you can just continue losing. We don't get better playing lesser competition. I'm your superior. I'm more gifted. I love chess more. And even when I'm losing and all hope is lost, the chess guys intervene. Move in diagonal patterns, up 2/1, just depends on the day. Down to earth to rescue my lost position because I'm blessed. I'm their chosen one. Straight jacket. I don't know. Saw a hilarious. I'm actually going to pull it up. A hilarious clip from SpongeBob about the Iran situation. I wrote a song about it during COVID. Also about, I hate to say the world ending, but just the possibility of the world ending. Is that better? I'm not saying it's ending. I'm just saying there's some shit going on. And none of it's good. What do you want, jackass? Okay. Fine. This might not be the best way, but it'll work. It'll do in a pinch. No, it was his castle. It won't be much for you to complicate. If you want to get your queen trapped, I'll allow it. Does that turn you on? Everyone's got their fetish. The queen is mine. I'm a ruthless warrior. And you still lack competence. Nothing's changed there. Okay. I'm still winning in this game, and I'm more talented. In case you don't read between the lines, well, that means there will be no comebacks. And though I like to play the underdog role, let's be honest, that was a 2021 thing. In my beginner days, I'm not the underdog. I'm the favorite in every online chess game below 2200. I am the favorite. Don't bet against me, damn it. Bishops pin stuff, don't they? Isn't that a problem? My bishops are a problem. I'm the problem. All of it will lead to an enemy loss. You'll be defeated. Oh, shit. Stop. Talking a little too much shit here. Just a little bit too much shit. I'll get your rook, and that's happy. Move the horse. See what happens if you move the horse. We'll fuck your world up. You did it. You really did it. you got to move back, right? You can afford to leave that bishop there. You could play rook d. That was not rook d. I tried to tell you what to do. My knight is serving the purpose my queen used to serve because we work as a team. What was this shit? Coward. That was fun. I had a blast. All right, 2120 it is. Going 20-point increments. I need to get one of my ratings back over 2200. I'm way down in rapid. I just had a bad issue. Sometimes I'm reviewing in blitz chess. A lot of times I'm just trying to have a pause. If I go through the motions and at least look at my mistakes, glance at my mistakes with the game review, I don't. Yeah, but you're what? How is it minus 0.64 after that mistake? You're kidding me. What are you supposed to do? Oh yeah, I don't have access to the back rank, do I? That sucks. Damn. Oh, that meme, SpongeBob. It was hysterical. Oh, it was from the White House. That can't say he didn't have a sense of humor. No, that's not it. Squidward. And Mr. Crab was in it. Yeah, Mr. Crab. It was funny shit. Oh. But it was, and I didn't watch a lot of SpongeBob as a kid, but there was a situation from SpongeBob SquarePants. I didn't even know Squidward was a musician, or if I did, I forgot. But SpongeBob is being, naive like usual, and I forgot Squidward was, I guess, America. I'm assuming Squidward was America, and Mr. Crab was Iran, I think. And no, I didn't say anything bad about America. No, Trump. No, you thought you were done with him. You thought you were done with him. He got reelected. You're talking major shit. No, not me. Not me. And then Trump or America, or I think it's Squidward, is getting kind of furious. What did you say about me? What did you say about me? You respect me. And then Mr. Crab is just going, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And do I like drugs? You're terrible people. Until finally SpongeBob just keeps saying, yes, this is what you said. And Trump, Squidward America is like, yeah, definitely. Can't deny it. Can't deny it. Mr. Krabs, stop lying. And then finally it escalates until there's a war in SpongeBob's world. I need to find it. Squidward. Where is it? Is this it? No, that was 2023, so that's not it. What was it on TikTok? See if I can get it on my phone. When events are unfolding rapidly, content may not always be accurate.
Are we like serious right now? What are you doing?
That's
You're
it.
supposed to be knocking each other's brains out.
We signed a peace treaty, Squidward.
No,
You're right.
it's similar.
Voting is for children.
No, I misled you. It's for adults too.
Patrick, we saved the city. Just think what might have happened if we didn't. Are you feeling it now?
Apparently, there's a lot of these.
Squidward returned
The
home.
one I saw was by far the funniest.
Are you feeling it now? Oh, you mean this pie? I was saving it in my.
These were all in 2025. Oh, damn, I wish I had it. It's so funny.
Patrick, we saved the city. Just think what might have happened if we didn't tell everyone about the monster.
Comments, make sure like, comment, follow, subscribe.
Did somebody say boom? Did somebody say boom?
The
That's
best
funny.
commentary about it.
Oh, here's something. You can be the boom operator.
I thought Sandy was the boom operator.
Did somebody say boom?
Sandy wasn't in it.
Here's something.
Come on now. I'm trying to remember quotes from it. Mr. Krabs. I was playing chess while I was talking to that guy.
Are you
Show me
feeling
the
it
video.
now, Mr. Krabs?
I'm feeling a warm spot. Sorry.
Oh, you mean this pie? I was.
Damn it.
Are you prepared to say that with your hand on a stack of interpretive queries? Of course,
I don't know. I don't know where it's at.
It sounds like the pitter patter of.
Oh, you mean this pie? I was saving it in my pocket for us to share. Let's eat. Oh,
Okay, that's-
you mean
It's not what I was looking for, but those are all pretty funny. You do what you want to do within reason. I don't know. Like, I hope there's some decency in the world. left in a decade if it's not blown up. But depending on which direction we go in terms of leadership in America, if you have a thought or you acknowledge reality, you might get put in a straitjacket and have all your social media cleared. Even if you're a big creator monetizing, you can't say that. You can't think that. Look outside, it's fucking happening now. One side wants to hold hands with the enemy and sing Kumbaya around a campfire, and I support Trump. Dayton, you think war is okay? You think I support Trump? My ass be on the beach with some margaritas. And my grandkids would be speaking Hindi. You can say what you want with the future being tech. I'm not anti-Indian people. I'm anti-H-1B visa. Yeah, you can't leave a border open that everyone but Edward Snowden can walk in. It's crazy. I'm not saying what Snowden did was right. I understand. Totally understand. But damn, I mean, that's got to suck. Can you imagine being Edward Snowden? There should be comedy skits all around TikTok about that. All around TikTok of Edward Snowden just getting stuck at the border. South Park should have a field day with that idea. Hire me. Fuck it, I'll work for free. I love those shows. Just to add some value. Propose 100 ideas. If you don't like 99 of them, I guarantee you one will be too good for you to refuse. Such as Edward Snowden trying to get into an open border. You got one guy just bending over. A 70-year-old woman. You got two more that are tossing around fentanyl bags with a dead American laying next to the bags. You got a dude with a machete. Another's juggling guns. Another is dressed as a bomb while carrying a bomb, like in Mario. Oh, I forgot. Oh. And there's what's that book? I'm trying to remember its name. The chain guy, the chain villain in Mario. I forgot his name. That guy's walking. That thing or creature is walking in. Bowser, fuck it. Every villain from Mario, every bad guy from every horror movie, the Purge, the worst characters from the Purge. Everybody's just walking in the open border. Then Edward Snowden comes. I was a patriot. The only reason I didn't go risk my life physically to die for our country after 9/11 is because, and then some patrol agent. And I don't mean to make any jokes about our soldiers. I appreciate everything they do and ICE, but just for the sake of the skit, bear with me. And Edward Snowden's coming in, and he immediately gets popped by an ICE agent. Just doing the reverse of what they're doing now, literally. And there's still all this bullshit. Again, the guys from the Purge that were the most notable murderers. Chucky, isn't that the clown? Chucky's walking in the open border. Everybody but Edward Snowden. I just wanted to serve my country. And had I not gotten injured in basic training, I had to go to the intelligence side because I was not going to give up. I was going to serve my country, damn it, one way or another. But shit, see, I can't talk and play chess. Fuck it. And Edward Snowden just explaining extremely advanced software and hardware concepts because he was very good. Then there are some tech workers who are holding up a paper with a grade of like D-, and Edward Snowden is just building servers everywhere, writing code, proving it works, and everyone's just ganging up on Edward Snowden. You can't come in. Can I just say hi to my family? No, go back to Russia. And then you'd have a corporate executive saying, we can't find any qualified and willing to work Americans in tech. We just can't find them. No one can do it. And Edward Snowden is like, I was the best at the NSA. Top of my class. Sorry, can't walk across the open border. Hey, and don't be like these people. Everyone is unique. I personally am not a big believer in we're set in our ways. And I really, really can't stand when a person or company invests in its workers or its people, then act surprised when they change. Or you're on drugs because you changed. Or you sent me to a tech course and That's how much money you spent on it. So I figured if I'm working for the company, even if I don't think the course is that good, I should probably take it seriously. I'm getting paid. Oh, but you change. Yeah, well, if you go to the courses and you don't change, isn't that kind of a waste? Do I like drugs? Yeah, man, I take some stuff to stay up. And I track it all. So is it healthy? No. Is it healthier than hating our lives or overstressing about a job we can't stand? Yeah, that would be more unhealthy. And there are more 80-year-olds doing great with no health issues who didn't take care of their bodies. Drugs, lack of sleep, partied too much, but had a job they could tolerate. Minimal family or stress in their personal life, and they're healthier than people who never had a drink, slept 8 hours a night. So go fuck yourself. Do I like drugs? I'll say this, not about drugs, but just about how to treat people. Comments like that are why I really don't want to partner or do anything with chess business. Not that they would want me. I say some shit, though, and I'm the story that would help them. Because it's very hard. It's lonely. I'm the type, and I think most people are, even those who act tough. It does hurt my feelings. Mean comments. Have you quit yet? Peter, the subpar Canadian chess player, and I love Canadian people, but Peter's the exception. He's not Canadian. Somebody check his papers. Canadian people are fabulous. Peter's a cock. But Peter's no good at chess. He's played since about when I started playing. He's dog shit, and he can't get any better. And he joins my stream, and I was going through a hard time, trying to get control of this online addiction, and just to be an asshole. And then I check in Peter's profile because I unfriended him. It takes a lot for me to unfriend you or block you on chess.com. And he's got a rest in peace to Daniel Naroditsky in his chess.com profile. Like, oh, so you're going to come criticize me for, just like this idiot, do you like drugs, being an asshole, about my mental health, stability. And then you're going to go, oh, but it's just so sad what happened to Naroditsky, who was abusing substances to deal with unfairness, defamation, things he didn't deserve. And, you know what I'm saying? And that's where I do feel very alone in this world. Not because a lot of my thoughts are probably different than normal people, or I've always enjoyed spending more time alone than most. But how can one, in the same breath, empathize with Daniel Naroditsky and then go criticize another chess player who might be going through similar dark thoughts? I'm not saying I'm suicidal, but like how? But that does make me just not feel good. Even if I don't like you, and I don't like Peter at all. I don't like his chess. I don't like him as a person. He does some YouTube content. He's dog shit, and I wouldn't have said that had he not been an asshole in the first place. He started it. I'm an adult. Rest in peace, Daniel. It's so wrong. So sorry. God, if we can get the next one, like, what can we do to make sure that doesn't happen? It's so atrocious. In your chess.com profile. And then you're going to be an asshole to someone else who is literally Daniel's age. Literally. I mean, I spent my upbringing on baseball and football fields. So I just think, like, my personality in some ways, like, Daniel seemed fairly introverted. He's more intelligent than me, but introverted until you get him on a certain topic. Like, if you hear him talk about history or of course, chess, he comes out of his shell and he's different. And then sometimes he might go back in it. I joined some of the streams on Twitch, and you could tell, like, and smart people are sometimes that way. If you get them on, get their brain hooked on something, they're so into it and they're so knowledgeable, they act different. And like, oh, he's manic, he's on drugs, not making sense. Like, no, he's just intelligent and doesn't want to talk about things he doesn't understand, or talk with stupid people. So like, I have some traits of him. And then, and again, just to fucking put that in your profile, Peter, or Rose, I think is his last name. Put that in your profile. Like, what if and I'm not going to. I'm here until the war escalates and kills us, or I'm not going to do anything, but my dog passes. I mean, I'm locked in until my dog is gone, no matter what. I had to drive Uber in the ghetto. Whatever I have to do with my dog, I bought the dog, so for better or for worse, I committed to it. But like, what if I went and killed myself that night? Thanks, man. Thanks, Kerplunk. Yeah, you're the guy that is named after a board game. You're real special. Kerplunk. Did you play Kerplunk? Kerplunk. It's a fun ass game. What if I wrote a suicide note? And we need to talk. It needs to be talked about. I'm a weird mental health advocate because I started as a normal. It's a fun game. I'll play Kerplunk with you if there's some virtual Kerplunk. I'm not going to go in person because you might kill me. Who knows who you are? But let's say I had a note, and then I ended my life, and it was Peter. I was going through this, that, and the other, like that 13 Reasons Why show, which I never watched. 13 Reasons Why. I think her name was Sarah. She killed herself, and then everyone's going, "Oh, I didn't know she was going through that. I was not nice to me, but I didn't realize she was going through that." And then it just messes everything up. And then Peter sees, "Oh, rest in peace, Dan and Erdisky. I did the same thing to Dayton, and I was his last straw. I was Kramnik to Dayton." Oh shit. And there are two solutions. One, don't put the Dayton and Erdisky stuff in your profile if you're going to be an asshole. Or two, don't be an asshole. So you never know what someone's going through. And then I'm going to get off this tangent. It's not okay. What drugs, man? What drugs? Sorry to hear that, and I'm glad you are grinding through it. Seriously, and the reason I'll talk about it at all, my journey's weird. I'll tell the story. It's my friend Matt, the last person, and I'm not bullshitting you. If when we get older, most of the time by 30, at least one of our high school or college friends or somebody from our upbringing takes his or her own life or overdoses on drugs accidentally. Not that they're the same thing at all, but and once that happens, I'd say we kind of consider, is that someone we would have guessed was feeling bad? And maybe what traits should we look for? And then it gets to, well, out of our friend group, there's multiple Matt Olivers just fairly recently that had killed themselves. It's a big deal. And that's why I'm so anti-call it out. One of the reasons I don't dislike anyone. No one in chess has been necessarily mean to me. There are two that did stupid social media stuff I could prove, but the call it out stuff is just so unnecessary. How can you, kind of like Peter, call men out for waiting too long to accept your draw, even if they were wrong? Someone like me, I'm not that far removed from being bad. There's a 1300 over the board. I remember her name. She's about 1800 now. She's doing well, and she's probably like college age now. But I think it was my first long over the board tournament, so the classical time control. She was my first game, and I remember I blundered 2 pawns. And still, down 2 pawns, there were many times, even though I was totally beat, I'm like, am I beat here? I don't know. So she might have been thinking Dayton should, resign. I hope she didn't think I was being disrespectful toward women. I don't have any evidence that women can be as strong at chess on average as men. Put it this way, the most talented man will probably always be stronger than the most talented woman of a generation. Probably. I don't care to change my mind. I have no evidence otherwise for many reasons, but how can you call men out? You waited too long to accept my draw. That guy might have a job, a wife. Hikaru and his wife. There's many others. I think, what's his name? I'm trying to remember his last name. Charlotte, CEO. That's going to drive me nuts. Peter. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Damn it. And I will not mispronounce chess people's names. Dina and Peter. So what if that guy that you called out was just having a bad day, or maybe he was off? Maybe he was embarrassed. Maybe she just happened to be lower rated. Just like if a 1800 rated female lost to me, she would not love to resign, or if it was a drawn position, she wouldn't love to accept not winning. So what if he was just maybe struggling to accept defeat, but he knew it was going to happen. And maybe he was dating or liked a girl in chess or that was in that circle. And now you've ruined his reputation. Everyone knows who it is. Ha 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 ha. He's sexist. And that is on. And I've got that account. And that account said it took 5 hours. He cost the girl 5 hours because he was a sexist asshole, basically. Wouldn't accept her draw. I'm like, what if he didn't know? And then Naroditsky dies, and some of probably the same women. Oh, he was such a kind guy. This can't happen. Kramnik should be held accountable. You should be held accountable. You're not that much better than Kramnik. But anyway, Matt would be the last person. Would have been the last person. I liked him. But and as I got older, I really like people like this more because he wouldn't pretend to be your friend from a young age. And I met him when I was, I guess, 15, probably 15 or 16. Yeah, almost 16. And we became very good friends when he was home from William Jewell during the college breaks. We would hang out, watch Star Wars together. I didn't watch Star Wars until Matt showed me. I think it was one of the breaks our freshman year, but we hung out every break. Stayed in touch with him after college, called and several times when I was in Arkansas. But Matt didn't really like people. So therefore he didn't care a lot what most people think. From at least I thought so. And he was very intelligent, just like Naroditsky. He was super opinionated. But unlike Daniel, he didn't, at least when he was younger, he debated very well, and he didn't really have the, okay, I will be nice. If you were really being stupid, if he could, if it was something that was in the middle, again, why I liked him, Matt would debate it and listen to opposing viewpoints. But if it was clearly stupid, he was done. And he, unlike Daniel, who might just walk away, he was going to show you why that's incorrect. And the people I would expect to take their lives, or I would consider at risk, would be like Daniel Navarro, from what I've heard about him and how Kramnik treated him. Not so assertive, except on the chessboard. But Matt was verbally, physically, he was very capable, and the main difference is he didn't really care what people thought. So I don't know the full story. I don't want to know the full story. It's weird. Like if another friend takes his life, I would only want to know the full story if there's every detail confirmed. Otherwise, I want to know nothing. But I went to his funeral in April of 2019, so not too long before COVID. And this shit's not funny. Ketamine and weed, bro. You think weed's a problem? Didn't find any peace. Yeah, it happens. Every time I see his name, I just get sidetracked. Kerplunk. It's fun. I'm going to buy Kerplunk, play with my dog. That sounded really depressing. You don't have anyone to play with you? Not really. But I started off kind of like a traditional mental health advocate. Actually, my friend Evan, who was my high school quarterback, I'm going to his wedding soon. We talked periodically, but it was like text or Snapchat. And really, me and Evan kind of fell out of touch, at least compared to what I figured we would be after college. And I got a call. I was traveling for work for my first time. I'm like, this is going to be great. I'm going to be a corporate lifer. I was in Austin, Texas for an Ariba Live conference. Ariba was getting big, and the company I was with was considering some more of their tools and packages, I guess. So they were probably trying to kiss our asses. Yeah, give me 1 second, man. I gotta walk my dog, and it's raining, so it might take a minute to get her to go to the bathroom. But it was downtown Austin, Texas. It tells you I was younger and in good shape because I jogged to the university from downtown. So it was like probably 2 miles from where we're staying. And it got dark, and apparently there were some pretty sketchy parts on that walk back. So I kind of saved my energy and sprinted through certain parts. But I remember it was the day we toured the AI hub, so I got to see Walmart's AI stuff. I don't know. I'm assuming that's common knowledge. Fuck it. If I'm not getting sued for blasting stuff by now, I'm never getting sued. So, and we went to, I think it was a Walgreens. We were shopping at a grocery store that wasn't Walmart. And Evan called me. I'm like, oh shit. Either he's getting married or something's bad. And Evan said, you got a second? I'm like, what's up, man? And he said, Matt's dead. And I was like, Matt. I figured there was another Matt on our football team. So I'm like, it's Matt Oliver. It's like we're way closer. Like, how did he die? And of course, we got into the details or what we knew at the time. And I made an excuse to leave because I was with my work team and I didn't want them to worry it's not their business. In my fucking family, that's for sure. And so I made an excuse to leave the Walgreens and I cried in the hotel room. And I didn't drink a lot. I really never have, but I went and had some beers that night. And what's really fucked up, aside from like how I found out and what my friend was going through and how people view men's well-being, I can't even say mental health. When I was hurting that bad, just in an emotional state, called my mom, of course, and talked to some other friends. Checked on some people because sometimes suicides do happen in clusters. But I don't have anybody here, and I really am fucked up. I just need a friend to listen to what happened, what I'm going through right now with my friend who just put a fucking bullet in his brain, apparently. My boss. My friend just shot himself. It's never happened. You're a mom. I knew she had a son. Like, surely you've had times where he's going through something. Maybe you can empathize until I can get back home and go see my family, and maybe my mom made me feel better. Like, I was an adult. I was a man at that point, but that's not like immature because it wasn't me. I'm not complaining about my struggles or anything. Like, my friend just fucking killed himself, and I have no one to talk to, and I can't fly back right now. And I didn't, because work is no place for worrying your coworkers. It's business. We can be friendly. But at the end of the day, we're there for a job, and I was trying to be professional. So though I wanted to, and I was done with just the whole weekend, everything, I was late to a meeting, and when I was new, sometimes I dozed off and shit because everyone's speaking Hindi. But I mean, I was just drunk the next morning. And I almost talked to Carol. I almost just say, I don't feel good, and this is beyond what a young man should have to go through. And she held me out to dry during the loneliest time in history. Didn't offer to transfer me. Some young people have overdosed under similar circumstances since COVID. Possibly mine was much worse because it was during the lockdown, and I have no tech training, so I had to teach myself all that shit when she was retaliating, and I have all the evidence. Surely anyone but her, and I would not be so naive. Surely not. Surely she's not going to fuck me. Oh, for real. Sold my house. But I went from Austin to when I found out about Matt's suicide when I was in Austin, Texas, then to his funeral. Of course, I'm kind of a traditional mental health advocate, thinking, okay, now I could actually talk about it if I had to. I had experience when I was young, like every man has. Oh, people care. Oh, I should be vulnerable. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You just put your clothes back on. Whoops. Did you Google bipolar in between the moans? I'm just kidding. Not kidding. But you learn that, people might say things kind of like pleasantries and small talk. Don't actually do it. But that was the first time since I was young, talking to like my pastors before I went to college. I could talk to one young man if he wanted to about mental health. I'm not going to talk to a group. I certainly understand there's consequences. I'm not going to, but no, this is awful. And his parents are ghosts. He'll never be the same again. But since the funeral, I still would talk to a young man if he's struggling, but it wouldn't be so much about me. I'd be more listening. Like in that instance, hypothetically, my boss would have until I could get back home or see a therapist or something after my friend killed himself. But I've Ubered. I've given well over 8,000 Ubers, dealt tens of thousands probably of blackjack, carnival games, hands. Raked a little bit for roulette at my first casino. So I've heard tons of stories. One of my Uber pastors was a cop, and his buddy took his life. And my friend, who's also a cop, was in the shooting and really struggled, I think. So, like, I've heard a lot of perspectives, and I'm mostly shut up and listened. And there's just nothing good that can come from speaking about one's mental health as a man. Nothing. And it's sad, but like the best people can hope for is for men to become like me. I'm serious about that, though. With all the post-COVID stuff with women in some cities out earning men, and I'm fine with women being equal in business, but they shouldn't get to pick and choose when they get treated like men, basically. You want to be what men traditionally were sometimes, only sometimes. And when you're wrong, or when you lose your temper, and not like women are emotional, we all have emotions. But when you fall short, then it's, oh, I'm a poor woman. And that's just true. You're a fierce chess warrior. You're whatever you want to be. But if a man did that mistake, he's done. The company is using their lawyers to sue him. A man would have to get a lawyer, waste 10 years of his life and $100,000 and still probably lose, even if it was just her words. Custody battles. Look at. I mean, sometimes men do get domestically abused, even physically. I don't know what the stats are, but it's bad that nobody, an equal crime, like let's say abusing a child, physically hitting a child, a man is so much more fucked. And everyone should be fucked. I'm not saying it's acceptable. I'm saying there should be equal punishment for that crime, child abuse. It's not at all. And women should just understand that, empathize. You don't have to want to go marry a man who shows up to work drunk and has 4 DUIs or in extreme cases hit a woman. But you shouldn't lie to them, especially when they're young. And women generally care about people more, so they want to help. And not to be mean, because I actually really like all the girls I went to high school with, at least the ones I was friends with. Don't talk to them much, but a few of them I stayed in touch with until, basically COVID. One plays guitar. I would send her name's Kat. I would send her videos, and she was at that time a little better than me on guitar. So I stayed in touch with all of them. I like all of them. When one went through a divorce, I'm like, fuck that guy. And usually I'm pro man. I'm like, he's a fucking asshole. That's a nice girl. Like all the girls from my high school. But the few that did kind of get into mental health a little bit because they were closer to Matt, I just strongly disagree with them. I don't think they approach it well. And unfortunately, the biggest change in me after the suicide and COVID was results matter. So your intentions, great. If your intentions lead to neutral results, so you didn't make anything worse or better, and do whatever you want. But it's for your coping if you're not improving a situation. But if you're making it worse, even with good intentions, when it's something that serious, you are almost as bad as Nick the bully, even if you meant to do a good thing when it comes to men's mental health. But I was very much in the stigma and all that. And there should absolutely be a stigma. It's unfortunate. I had a very good upbringing. I was never bullied because my friends were handed to me through sports. Literally, I never had to make friends in my life. I'm athletic. and my dad coached. But I've got to have some type of autism, man. I just memorized decks of cards for fun in college. I'm not that like smart, book smart, but I did a lot of weird things. I was good at all of them. I won't get into details. When I got into competitive speaking, even speeches that were like 5 to 7 minutes long, I would record them while I was practicing, and I'm trying to be loose and just have a loose script, but I got to where I would just accidentally memorize long parts of the speech that was not completely scripted. And then I would say it again, like in the same way, like especially the first minute or two. It's like, that's word for fucking word. So my memory is really good, and I was well socialized. So a lot of the negative traits of autism didn't project themselves as much when I was an adult. And my cousin's kids, they're 3 for 3 autistic, confirmed at a young age. But the reality is, had I been abused as a kid, had my dad not been a good dad, and I'm going through it right now. I mean, I like dealing with the casino, but I know my family didn't want that for me, and it's stressful. And I didn't want my parents to come see me for my birthday because they want to watch me do crap and stuff. I'm like, you can act like you're proud, you can act like this is what you wanted, but working at a casino and I had no referral during the longest time in history. Now I will always be grateful to the casino because they were so nice to me. But had my dad been abusive or something, my brain probably genetically would. I just think I'd be a really good criminal. So in the stigma is very bad, and it's very selfish. Very selfish, because there absolutely, unfortunately, should be a stigma. Talk to a domestic abuse victim. I live near a facility here in St. Louis. It's like a kind of an undercover one. And back home, I'm from Springfield, Missouri, there's a Harmony House, or maybe 2. When you talk to a domestic abuse victim, she feels like in the stigma. She feels about in the stigma. There shouldn't be a stigma. No, he just beat the fuck out of me. And turns out he actually is diagnosed type 1 bipolar. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, but the next guy's probably not bad. Stupid shit. It'd be better to focus on the fact that we are innocent until proven guilty. There are strains of most mental illnesses. And generally, for something to escalate, like to beat a woman, for example, let alone like murdering people, generally takes a perfect or imperfect storm of events. Genetic illness, circumstance, usually before your brain was even close to developed. And then sometimes it even takes things happening later in life to tip all that. So it's not just like, okay, you have schizophrenia or whatever disease and you're going to do this. It's a very low percentage. That'd be a better way to approach it than in the stigma. Because I just think a lot of people, let's say, who are high functioning autism, have more potential to go either direction. More likely to do some crazy shit like Hitler, end up in jail, start a business, be a pastor. Who, man, I couldn't relate to that kid. He was a lost cause. And how did you talk to him? Yeah, we just went to lunch one time, and I've just talked to kids, and I studied it, and their just brain is on a different, more creative path. I never would have thought to try that. So it's either extreme to me, but not in the stigma. Certainly not in the stigma. Well, let's say I had a daughter. I would want to know more about the guy. If he told my daughter, hypothetically, I don't have any kids, but that he had a genetic diagnosed mental illness and they weren't already married, that guy's not very fucking smart. You should get rid of him, not because of possible, autism or anything, but he told you about it. Red flag to dad. No, but though I won't talk much about mental health anymore because I want to go places in life. And it's not good to obsess over something. It's a serious thing, and you at least shouldn't be an asshole about it. Okay, let's do this, actually. I am going to walk my dog. I want to leave you with some peaceful Jelly Roll music for Plunk, and I think we have one more person going in and out.
All this drinking and smoking is hopeless and feel like it's all that I need. Something inside of me. And I'm not trying to be pro drug, but like Kerplunk mentioned marijuana and ketamine. I think ketamine's pretty fucking dangerous. A lot of drugs aren't as dangerous in moderation with stress. Like take a Schedule 2 stimulant. I think there are really some pretty intelligent, capable, established, older business people who would try to use that as like a defense in court. He was taking Adderall, or I don't know much about marijuana, or there are some like bipolar meds that aren't stimulants. And so that invalidates his claim. You could argue maybe he's more emotional as a result of being on it. I think it affects a lot of people differently. But that is so stupid. Like they treat it as if it's mushrooms. Like the individual is not hallucinating. And what you'd find if everyone were honest at a lot of workplaces and especially on college campuses, the number of people walking around that have learned to hide it well is 10 times higher than most would consider. Either abusing, and I'm not just saying taking like a prescribed dose, abusing stimulants, abusing legal drugs, or even getting into cocaine and other things to stay awake. You'd be amazed how many people are high functioning, sharper in sales, sell better, drive, which most Schedule 2s, I'm assuming it's not a problem if you get pulled over, if you have the prescription. Your eyes are different or something, maybe. Yeah, here's a prescription. All right, you're fine. Don't speed. It's not like you're seeing shit. And you can have your own beliefs on drugs and should marijuana be legal? Should casinos be banned in the Bible Belt? No, they shouldn't. But at least be intelligent about your viewpoints if you're set in your ways. Cows.
enjoy my piano music and American sensation and future of jazz, Hans Niemann. Winner. It's a winner. You did the same thing to him that was done to Daniel Naroditsky that led to Daniel Naroditsky's death. Same exact thing. Don't make mistakes, own it. Don't be politicians. Next, there's Hans. Yeah, I just serenade Hans Niemann with my shirt off in the middle of the night. Sometimes I record it, sometimes I just do it without the cameras rolling. Just kidding. Oh, hey, real quick. Carissa Yip plays guitar. Speaking of elite chess players, follow her on Instagram. I'll follow anyone who's an American with the potential to be the best in the world or even make a career out of it. She can play guitar. I think she's better than what she showed, too. Surely. I wonder if she plays any other instruments. Feel like... Yeah. Check that out. No, I'm not logging in. Yeah, I tell you what, she gets as good on guitar as she is at chess. I'll sign into my Instagram for being a lazy American, huh? Dude. I need to get a house again. Like 3 guitars hung up on the wall. wasn't even. Yeah, Kerplunk challenged me. Remind me your user ID? Challenge me, man. What was your user ID, Kerplunk? I feel like we played before. I don't remember. I don't remember your ID.
There were no shooting stars to use wishing on you. Oh, all of this drinking and smoking is hopeless, but feel like it's all that I need. Somebody save me from myself. I've spent so long living in hell. They say my lifestyle is bad for my health. It's the only thing that seems to help. I wonder if Jelly Roll has a puppy, huh? All of this drinking and smoking is hopeless, but feel like it's all that I need. Something inside of me's broken. I hold on to anything that sets me free. Nice sub from Mobile Gas Station. I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life has shattered my hopes and my dreams. I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life has shattered my hopes and my dreams. Oh, 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 You coming, Dad? You can booth if you want, man. You can go booth. You can go booth. You can go there? Go booth, go booth. Booth. Go. Booth. Booth, I'll give you some Cheetos. Go. Booth. Booth. You can go booth? Go ahead. Go ahead. Booth. There you go. She thinks it's her kennel. It's just a big kennel, right? Or a small house, Dad. Ever the Optimus Nova. What if the night sky... I'll stop trying to go high. What if the night sky missing the moon? No shooting stars on you. My sorrows just washed away. I washed them down. It's the only peace I've ever found. All of this drinking and smoking is hopeless, but feel like it's all that I need. Something inside of me's broken. I hold on to anything that sets me free. I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Shattered my hopes and my dreams.
Great. Chadness Burleson, that's what it is. Chadness Burleson. There's Nova. That's Nova Chadness. See, I don't know why sometimes I hit, and sometimes it's right after I didn't get the note as good as I wanted. It's much better. I don't know how to breathe when I sing. Benefit a lot from vocal lessons. All right, Chadness, let's do it. What do you want to play? Blitz? I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. See, that's a lot better. And I would rather be able to hit a note and not really know how to breathe or not be able to sustain or hit it consistently. Can we do an unrated, man? I mean, I'll play one. But... shit. No, we're doing unrated. You got to do unrated here. Just in case you pull out an engine. Kerplunk. Yeah, please. And I fear you. 1187. That's not bad. You challenge me unrated? While I get my meat livers out. Stop it, Nova. Hey. Is it unrated? It should pop up unrated. No, it's still rated, man. Still rated. Chadness. Still rated, man. Nova, no. You know better. I don't hold you accountable to anything, but I would like you to wait until I give you the bite. Okay? Yeah, there's no punishment. Big ol' pushover. There we go. I'm ready. Let's play some chess, man. Basically, remove that. Aren't you feeling Ponzi, Chadness? What's your real name? Stop, Nova. You want the cardboard? I'll give you the cardboard. Fine. Tricked you. So you were a lab mix. You're supposed to be intelligent. My bishop here will become ruthless. Stop it, Nova. Your beautiful smile will get you places, but it won't get that sandwich. Not the whole thing. Where'd you go? Oh, okay. So I can tell you how to win games. I have just band-aided my chest. I can get you a good online rating. Okay, that's not good. That can't be good. Think +2. +2. +2. Your blitz rating is 1187. What's your rapid? $14.10. You got up to $14.10. Okay. You gonna play G5? Or H4? That's the way to play online chess. Moves like that, and they're not bad moves. Where'd you go? Yeah, I don't want that there. Open the file. See if I can. No, but stop it. Okay. Quit. Quit. Hey. Quit. Stop. No. See, no, look what you made that do. Damn it, Nova. I blame this all on you. Fine. I got more work cut out for me. Good job. Chadness, you had me beat, man. Come on, Chadness. So they use machine on you. No, but you think I don't feed you, babe. It's ridiculous. I turn the loss around like I often do. Thanks for playing, though, for real. You're a real human. If it's Kaplunk, I'm jealous. Pretty cool. What's your real human name? Yeah, you play way too fast. What's your real human name? Your name is Dan? Cool. I take it you're based in America? I didn't see it. I guess just.com would be the place to check. No, you're UK. Okay. How are things in the UK? Are you united like your country name indicates? Or are you bickering and arguing over everything like we do in America? Pretty shitty in the UK? Why is it shitty? What's going on in the UK? You gotta poop? Then it'll be better? Housing is impossible to afford? Are you renting, I'm assuming? Do you want a house? Is there a reason or an urgent reason you want a house? I got you. You know, you can't build a chess laboratory in your parents' basement. least you can't do whatever you want there. What do you do for work? Do you play your plunk? Tech and logistics for a legal department. That's interesting. How are the laws in the UK? Do you agree with the laws? What's the most out there law? If you could eliminate one law or change one law in the UK right now, what would you do? Would you mandate there be a kerplunk on every street corner so people could play? I'd come to the UK to play kerplunk. In fact, I'll just start streaming kerplunk instead of chess. Handling a salmon, like a fish, in suspicious circumstances is illegal. Define suspicious, and then I want to hear more about that sentence. What is a suspicious circumstance to handle a salmon? I mean, if you're like running around, that would be a great change with all the mass shootings and shit in America. People around waving a salmon. That's suspicious, but it's not a gun or a bomb. Let him wave the salmon. All right. Can we cook it? No, he just wants to wave it at people. All right, that's not a crime, but apparently in the UK it is. You can't handle a salmon. Sometimes. I'm not sure it's enacted, but it is a law. Just the possibility that you could get taken to jail for mishandling a salmon or handling a salmon when or where you weren't supposed to is fucking funny. Oh, it's a weird thing to do because handling a salmon, you have to be cooking it or catching it. Hey, polished lady. Are you for the streets? Bro, you know what? There's a Salmon Act. You know I'm on Google app. The Salmon Act of 1986. So, of course, my brain immediately jumps to what happened in 1986 for this law to be so necessary. Scotland, England, it was. Oh, protected from overfishing. Well, that's a disappointing end to my ever racing brain's attempt to make this funny. Legal fishing, rod and line, net and cable. Maintain suitable populations. Okay. They don't want to run out of salmon. It's be a problem. I mean, it's not like a drought or a nuclear war, but having no salmon would be bad. Oh. Okay. Something happened in Scotland. It seems like Scotland is where the emphasis is. Yeah, while some sections, check this out. Yeah, it even includes a suspicious term. While some sections are viewed humorously due to the phrase suspicious circumstances. I mean, I think it's funny. Okay, cool. We're the bastards that had a field day with salmon in 1985 and ruined the fun for everybody. Now that social media's here, we got to call them out. Okay, let's get serious here. I'm almost done with my sandwich. Polished lady didn't like my joke about being for the streets. If you were so polished and confident in yourself, you would laugh with me. have a husband. And even though I don't reply anymore because I'm super classy, I have an Instagram full of DMs. I'm super polished. The only thing more polished than me are my nails. So let Dayton joke about for the streets, okay? Because if my husband ever, well, who am I talking about? He'll always love me forever and ever because I'm special. And even though he's great, he can never do better, ever, 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 ever. My friends think he's cute too, but he only thinks I'm cute. But if for some reason my husband turned gay, yeah, I don't know openings, so this conversation's over. But if he ever turned gay, I would just have another man like that because I'm super polished, and every guy loves polished. Yeah, right. I think it's Ludacris, or no, yeah, it's Ludacris and Lil Jon and Usher. They want a lady in the streets, but a freak in the bed, and they want her to yell, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah." Should have got that up, so come and get me. Next thing I know, she was all up on me screaming, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah." Look how my outfit's ridiculous in the club, looking so conspicuous and rare. These women all on the prowl. If your daddy's steady, I'm gonna milk the cow. Not forget about game, I'ma spit the truth. I won't stop till I get them in their birthday. So give me the rhythm, it'll be out with the clothes. Now bend over to the front and touch your toes. It's a long song. Let the jag and I took the rolls that they cut and then I put them on foot patrol. How you like me now? My piggy's valued over 300,000. Let's drink you the one to please. Ludacris fill cups like double D's. We nurse once more and we leave them dead. We want a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed. I didn't say it. They said it. When they're polishing the streets and they want her to take her nail polish off when she goes to the bedroom early because nothing good happens after midnight, alone for her 8 hours of REM sleep. And she can put a new color of nail polish on in the morning. That's what he means. I think women just need to get their heads out of the gutter. Take that and rewind it back. Lil Jon got the beat to make your booty go shh. Okay, maybe they actually don't. They're not referring to what color nail polish she's wearing. Club with my homies. No capo, no third breath. Trying to get a little VI. Keep it down on the low key. Cause you know how it feels. Hey, I seen that she was checking up on me. From the game she was spitting in my ear. You wouldn't think that she know me. I decided to chill. Okay, conversation got heavy. Hey, she had me feeling like she's ready to blow. Watch out. Oh, watch out. She's saying, come get me. So I got up and followed her to the floor. I said, baby, let's go. When I told her, I said, yeah, yeah. Shorty got down, like, come and get me. Yeah, yeah. I got so caught up how she told me, yeah, yeah. Her and my girl, they used to be the best of homies, yeah. Next thing I knew, she was all up on me screaming, yeah. I have mixed feelings about that. I really do. And like many things, it's different between men and women. Have I ever eaten a cheeseburger? Yeah, man, I've eaten cheeseburgers. It's a trap. What are you doing here? Are you gonna be the comic? Are you trying to take over my YouTube channel? That'd be funny. I'm confident if you're better than me, I'll replace me with you. I want to win. No, what was that verse though? I have mixed feelings about I mean, it's where you're dating your homie's friend. But how did he word it? Her and my girl, the best of homies. Yeah, yeah. Her and my girl, best of homies. I'm at that age where it really gets lonely. Let's talk about my problems. And when it comes to dating, not just friendships, but dating, like, you got to look at who's being a good wife. You know, who would I expect to not get divorced? But it'd be kind of fun if she did. I'm gonna try to find girls like her, or see if she has any friends. And that's awkward, isn't it? It's an awkward thought. But every man, if you slow down and replay what I just said, would get a life. Get a life. Get a life. What are you doing? 4:16 a.m. on your 31st birthday. Get a life. But you know this is a great logical thought. It's like, okay, you're smoking hot, you seem nice, you're having kids. I think you're going to be a really good mom. You know, name checks all your boxes. Like, you're of course married and a mom. But man, it'd be fun if you weren't. Okay, I can fantasize if I want. But now, okay, which of your friends are like you? That's the only way you can do it, because meeting people is a pain in the ass. And it's really bad because, though I mentioned I'm not anti-women in business and shit, most women don't want a man who is lesser in any way than them. That means shorter. That means especially less well off financially. So it's complicated, and that's why you made your bed, lay in it. I mean, you want all the things women wanted. If you're 40 or even 30 and you don't have kids and a husband, and you're unhappy about that, which most women, yeah, they probably are, you got what you wanted. So, you know, don't get mad when some men are intimidated or don't want to marry you, or you don't find us attractive. But it's different being a woman. Mainly, women still have value in the world. Men really, no one cares. That's why if there's a divorce, and the man, if the man lost his job, there's a much higher rate of divorce versus the woman lost her job. It's like no one cares. I shouldn't say no one cares, but it's not a big deal, at least from an attraction standpoint. Now, if you have kids or expenses or needed the insurance, that could be a problem. But as far as just the attraction or sex, nah. If a woman loses her job, we might have more time for sex. It might be hotter. We could try new things. But if a man loses his job, it's like, I don't care how good you are in bed. I don't care how handsome you are, how good with words. I don't want to have sex. That's totally fine. It's just the way the world is. But it's scary what's about to happen because of a lot of things. But because men will try to matter. But the reality is, I'm not even sure I'm going to make it with this. I mean, on TikTok, I've got like 17,000 followers. And once you have 10,000, you qualify for all the playlists and stuff. So I've got a good foundation, some good content, but I don't know that I'll make a living with it. But I don't know if that's any safer or any more risky than big tech right now. Amazon laid off like 16,000, Microsoft a bunch more. Read some horror stories of the layoffs. No one told me bye. I was a 30-year worker for them, and they just don't need. I mean, it's terrible. If you don't need 50-year-old seasoned professionals that have never had an HR issue or a criminal issue ever, not even a complaint from their team, good evals, you don't need little old me. It's AI is going to replace it. But women will be fine, but they will have to learn to decipher which men are full of shit, because there's no stability, and they will have to learn to not just look for he has money now. What's going to happen in the future? No one really knows. AI, look how much it's changed since COVID, and it's just going to like holding the paper to the moon. It's going to get more pronounced every change, faster, more drastic. So you bet on that guy? Oh, he was the best developer in 2019. Okay, now AI does that. So what do you do? And I'll tell you what men will do. Men will all try to be stars, go in debt, abuse drugs, to try to matter, to try to stand out. And offer some stability, because the only stable option I see is something on the internet. And AI can learn to do that, sure, but I don't know that it will ever be like a replacement for humans as AI is replacing us in tech. Even surgeons, I don't know that AI couldn't do a lot of surgeries right now, or create robots that do. So men will lie, but also overtake risks. Not everyone can play guitar. And not everyone has, like, I think my voice is good enough to where with some training, I don't want to be a musician. I could probably sound good, but not everyone can even touch a note or hold a beat. But if you can't do something exceptional, like Mason Wynn of the St. Louis Cardinals, a lot of people would like to be the shortstop for a professional baseball team, or Derek Jeter when he was in his prime for the Yankees. That's a very prestigious position. Jeter dated Minka Kelly and was super rich and the best shortstop in the league, probably. But it's not like you're going to starve if you can't beat out Derek Jeter for shortstop. He's the best. I'm assuming a first ballot Hall of Famer. But it might get like about that competitive just for a job that can buy sandwiches or a house or a date with a decent marriage material girl. And then let's say a guy does figure out how to win, how to be a winner, like make money somehow, not have a job that it's not going to be taken away with a new AI tool. It could all change again. And there are some things where we can embrace change. There are some things we're not designed as human animals to handle. And one of those is women being men. I think it affects women more to do like mean things. They can still do it. I think women can be just as successful in business, but I don't think they can remain the same, or as some like Andrew Tate type podcasters would say, feminine. I don't think so. I think if they're an actress or maybe a content creator, depending on their industry, they could kind of remain feminine and still be a bad, like mean when necessary businesswoman. But in the corporate structure, no, I don't think so. Well, I'm on this tangent. Sorry. It's different being a man versus a woman. Like, would I date one of my friends' ex-girlfriends, especially now that we're older? I don't think I would. And it sucks. It sucks. But I think women have it harder there. For most people who are normal, just work a regular job, don't have a big social media following, you pretty much have access or no, unless you want to just go take crazy risks with people who might be crazy, might be dangerous or something, which I recommend. I think the world's going to get to that point where everyone's so lonely or everyone has settled so much. It's like, okay, life is short. I don't actually love this or this person or this career. Fuck it, try it. But we're not quite there yet. We're in the second stage, which I'll explain in a moment. Her and my girl be the best of homies. And now you're going to let her yell yeah at you while you seduce her. But I think it's more likely that a guy would decline a girl he liked, found attractive, if she dated his friend, even if it's a long time ago, versus the other way around. Pretty sure of that. I think a girl would feel more comfortable dating a guy her friend dated and be into it. It wouldn't be like a turn off or, oh, you were with my friend, as much as it would be the other way around. I don't know exactly why. Some of it is, like I said, women care about people. Men are traditionally meaner, more, like, I guess possessive is the right word. And I'm on social media. I'm trying to make this work. Got to be a little out there and say what you think. I don't know how else to do it. If he didn't take her virginity, and he wasn't in my top 12 friends, which 12 is the number, at least what I've read in psychology. 12 is about the number of friends we can have, like close friends we can have, meaning you know what they're doing pretty much week to week, know their family's names, if they're happy in their job, everything about them. 12 very close people, and then most of our brains can handle about 150 loose ties. Where if you saw them in a crowd or they showed up at a concert you were at, oh wow, you would know their names, you know a little bit, you'd have some good memories, but you're not friends, not close. So if the guy wasn't in like my close friend circle, which is usually about 12, and he didn't take her virginity, and she checked every box, maybe. He wasn't in my top 12 friends, so he's in that acquaintance or loose tie category, the next 150. Wasn't in my top 12, didn't take her virginity, and she checked every box. I'd think about it. I think most women, if they're being honest, and I'm talking even if that guy's married now, just how guys are. Most women are being honest. Like the world's scary, and that might be some of it too. It's scarier for women. There's more risk. Like there's a low chance of a woman kidnapping or physically harming me. So you know if he didn't do anything bad to your friend, he's at least somewhat safe. That might be one reason women are more open to it. But in this instance, like if the roles were flipped. Him and my boy used to be the best of home. Oh, there's a song about that. Is it R. Kelly? But she got in bad trouble. It might be a problem. I like a lot of the music of guys who got in a lot of trouble. But I've said many times, I like the beats. I like if there's instruments. I like the music. And Usher is a special talent. Aside from Chris Brown, I don't know that you can argue anyone's more just gifted than Usher. In the generation above mine that my generation grew up on. I don't want to drop tune my guitar. I don't want to do that. If I'm looking on the internet and I'm not good enough to like play by ear, or I don't care enough to go buy the sheet music, how about you don't give me a song that's in drop D or drop everything tuning? Just give me standard tuning, right? I don't know, but I'll give you a bite, babe. Let's go. Baby, don't waste your time on me. There we go. I can zoom in. I'm not bad on piano. I can't hardly see the sheet music, which just sucks. where I was going to play it. What is this shape? Okay. It doesn't matter because it's not part of, it's not even close to the riff. So I don't even know of an E flat. Oh, I guess the. So it's lying over that. Shit. I can't play with my guitar sideways. One of my strings out of tune. Think about this. You can read my mind. I just don't hear that at all. Messing with the same girl. Same girl. Messing with the same. I'd have to hear it once. But that. Maybe I just didn't have the chorus. Yeah, that's what it is. See, I like the music. Yeah, but you don't condone the cheating and stuff. Not when the woman's doing it. Feminist. It's just a song. It's just music. This is why every man should learn to play guitar. Going back to the mental health conversation, which was a serious talk. Don't kill yourself. Yeah, if a man listen to a lot of the biggest hits that make some musicians really rich. If a man just spoke those words to a woman, no rhythm, monotone, straight bass, just spoke the same words, couldn't play an instrument, couldn't dance like Chris Brown or sing like Usher, she's gonna fucking pepper spray him, file a restraining order, get it, and then hide from men forever. But I was walking away. Did he start humming? Oh shit, he sounds kind of. Oh, I'm gonna call my friends. Hey, he's still creepy, but damn it, he can sing. Is he talking about his feelings? Yeah. Yeah, one of the songs he wrote for me. He wrote you a song? Oh shit. Yeah, I think he's obsessed with me. He wrote me a song, and this. Oh, he wrote me a song. Yeah, he's way too in his feelings. Yeah, my last boyfriend was way too in his feelings. He cried after sex, and yeah, I had a boyfriend too. Sarah had a boyfriend. He's fucking abusive. But they didn't play an instrument or sing. No, they didn't. But he's look, this musician candidate. I'm dating an accountant and a professional baseball player, but this guy is just an and the violin. I wish I could play the violin. I bring it into my jokes. And he says really concerning shit, but he can sing, looks decent with his shirt off, and he plays violin. So I think we're gonna get married. No, look, but again, he did the same shit as the guy who doesn't play instruments or sing. Yeah, but he sang me into it. Don't go on meds. Don't kill yourself. Definitely don't talk about your feelings. But if you learn to play an instrument, strum 4 chords, use a capo, then you are no longer an unhinged, unstable Yeah, a man who will never be able to provide for a family or fit in at family dinner. No, no. You are an intriguing, mysterious, sexy, troubled musician who is just expressing yourself. Is that why you learned to play guitar, Dayton? No. Waffle House. Women can be players too. I bet she doesn't care. Sounds like Woman Heartless, huh? Well, that's both. That's a rare combination right there. It's amazing how much music has changed. Elvis used to be controversial. Now Usher and R. Kelly are catching their hoes cheating and stuff. But G-Eazy and Marky Basie, it's an interesting duo that is becoming more common where one raps and maybe can sing a little bit, but is certainly not known as a singer, and the other has a really, really good vocal range, but doesn't rap much. But a song like that where both have exceptional ranges, kind of the same type of vocalist, not so common. I ran my mouth enough to get canceled, killed, charged for a crime. That's Jessica. pages. There we go. Okay. F-A-C. There we go.
See, I just live for that. I don't even care what you say.
Okay. gonna do what I want. I'm gonna play what I want. I'm gonna say what I want. I mentioned trying to find that SpongeBob meme. Who knows? Could be the last days. So if you're above an 8 hot, below a 2 crazy, and can prove that, ideally with no human kids. No, with no human kids. That's nothing personal. If you're looking for marriage, that is. No human kids. Let me know. What? Tinder sucks and Bumble's rigged for women. Here we go. All right, 20-point increments. Usually about that time of night/morning where I start to fade and I give back all my rating. So let's not do that. Even if I don't make it to 2200, I need to stay well above 2100. Not going below that. Get the hiccups. It must be music. See, that just blunders a pawn now. Jackass. When you push d5, there's 2 ways I can do it. Speed chess, I usually play knight d, but let's not do that. Still up. Okay. Oh, shit. No, we're good. That's great. Ah. Had the option to continue. Okay. Devin just played g6 and speed chess. Okay, fine. Yeah, it's going to give you what is your time. Right? Your dark bishop is not going to let you. Fine. Okay. So I think I'm just a little bit better here. I have lovely pawns. Is anything wrong with that? Yeah, bastard. I would like to have gotten to the second. Jackass. It's pretty scary. Pretty scary. kind of need to take that. See tactics in my sleep. That's how I earned the name the tactician. I'll just hand that out to any smallest YouTube account that wants to dub myself the tactician. Oh, what do you want, jackass? That's not a good move. But it was fast on the bright side. No! Ah! Okay. Ooh. Get this shit back to 2200 so I can sleep in it. I'm not going to make that ignorant e-pawn push early just because it is sometimes effective in speed chess online. See, but now I'm tempted to. Just give me reasons. Just give me reasons. Oh, another song that came into my head, and sometimes I know why a song came into my head. Sometimes I just have no clue. See, I'm just going to win the game. But the Spaceman, is the name of the song that came into my head. I don't know why. By the Killers. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. Are we human? Or are we dancer? My sign is vital. My hands are cold. And I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Damn it. I can't start singing songs. I just lost the game. You can see it coming too. Sometimes it's a one move mistake. The last few moves are pretty poor. Just all bad. Ain't no good, it's all bad. That just the confess it's been going on so long. I've been doing you so wrong.
And I want you to know that every time I was in LA, I was with my ex-girlfriend. And every time you called, I told you, baby, I'm working. I was out doing my dirt, no. I wasn't thinking about you getting hurt. Standing there at the Beverly Center like, man, not giving a damn who sees me. So gone, so lost. Acting like I didn't have you sitting at home. Thinking about you, being the good that you are. But you probably believe you got a good man. You never would do the things I'm about to tell you I've done. Brace yourself, it ain't good. But it could be even worse, it could hurt this from somebody else. Everything that I've been doing is all bad. Now I just wanna confess it's been going on so long. Girl, I've been doing you so wrong. Now I want you to know that
A little bit of hope. Not really. It's completely screwed. You give me all your pawns, and that's not ever something I'm gonna complain about. Jeez. That's a mistake. Loser. Right. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. You got to use the rook, and then I'm just gonna take care of the rook, so you're gonna lose. Yeah, good job trying though. You're allowed to try, but you're not allowed to come back. I mean, you would want to, yeah, you'd want to do it that way. Okay. I'm gonna kill you. You're dead. You're dead. Absolutely dead. Yeah. Those are the games you got to get much higher rated. Didn't play up to that level. Get the rating points. That game's a good example of how disadvantage can not only give the other side an obvious winning advantage. One little mistake. It's easier to play. It's not just winning or winnable. It's easier to play. It was easy to play for me. I mess up early a lot of times. That's how it is. Ah, that's okay. See, these plus nines are just great. It's exactly what we need. Oh shit! I can't talk and do this. I can't talk and do this at all. Damn it! Bullshit. Can you show this one away for me, please? Is there any way? Just kill me. Do that. No words. No words. Just get to 2140 at least. When I'm in chess mode, a lot of times a story where I thought I had previously, but then I got caught up in a game, or I'm tired, work at night, and I spiral my chess reading during the day. It comes back to me an hour later. I just say it. This is my channel. I'll do what I want. Can't talk. That's the problem. I just can't talk. That's all. But it does hurt my feelings when, like, that first guy, first chatter, and just tell me, just say you think I'm on drugs, say you think I'm an addict, say you think I'm a piece of shit, but don't do that. I forgot I even worded it, but it was hurtful. Some people are bulletproof. I'm a delicate flower. And I've just learned no one cares. Tested it. I tried to be naive. No one cares. So I do what I want to do. And I don't let criticism affect me too much. But it's still hurtful. There's no need for it. Whether someone is wrong, suspicious, or not, just don't be an asshole. There's no reason to be. I have one chance here. I don't love it. This level, you will have already seen it, which is B takes on, or rook takes on B6 check. So you're probably going to move the king, which is reasonable, but you can't. Not that easy to do. Okay. Man, I'm not seeing that. A few times where the rook is supported, yeah. You can just kill me. I should have tried some stupid sacrifice around the king if I'm just going to lose focus like that. Man. Why you get your king safe every time. Now it's just terrible no matter what. That makes it at least a little bit harder for you to kill me. I have to work for it a little bit. My king's safe. That's happy. What am I even doing? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get back to 2120 tonight. And then I'm going to stop the stream. Watch the self-control. It's storming. This is great sleeping weather. My dog doesn't like storms, so she'll be cuddly. She's getting a little cuddlier, though. She's 6 years old. Has a lot to do with it. And she is daddy's girl. Ooh, that hurts. A lot of online chess. It's about focusing, being at your best for one game, not playing too much, not playing when you're tired, figuring out how each what I call tier plays, and then do whatever's working until you hit your next plateau, then figure out how that tier plays and how games are mostly won and lost at that level, and then do it again until you reach the peak of your abilities. I'm not even close to there yet. God damn it. I just start talking a little bit. And you can count on me to blunder a queen or something. No, it was a queen. I like to switch it out. But it is hitting me at 31. It didn't hit me at 30 so much that I've wasted a lot of my life doing this. For some reason, at 31 it is. That's not great. Not great. See, and I don't need to say a word. The most common issue. It's not always a whole piece. It's that those pawns get real nice. And now I'm doing it again. God dang. And now I'm going to give you my knight. See how it all just falls apart? Start talking just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's get back to 2120. I'm going to lock in 2120. I'm going to go cuddle my puppy. It's going to be a decent night. About this time, like if you did a report on my account, it's about this time. It might just be because that's when I've went long enough without sleep to where you can't just willpower your way through it anymore. And that's when I start losing games, spiraling out of control. But if I can just stop right before that, going forward, I'll be a force to be reckoned with. Come on now. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's the game. Let's see, yeah, I'm done. No, no. And on a positive. And on a positive. And I lay in bed and I get in my head thinking I'm just no good at this, which I'm not that good compared to a lot of people who've been playing their whole lives. But after about 30 minutes of crying, I go, oh, that's right. I haven't slept and I worked all night. You should probably sleep. It'd be a genius strategy. Hmm. It's just gonna be so difficult to get your knight involved. No, that's gonna lose. Yeah, maybe not. Hmm. Stupid game. That seems worth it. You're not thinking about taking that pawn, are you? Nah, surely not. Surely you're not thinking about taking that pawn. No way. You did it. The deed is done. It's bad of you. It's really bad of you. Hmm. Yeah, good job. You click that resign button properly. Just how it's documented and screenshotted in all the how-to guides. And a mouse click. Wave your white flag. You did a good job. Don't let anybody who's decent at chess tell you otherwise. Just resign like you're supposed to. That's what you're put on this earth to do. You met Vincent Keimer. I don't see that every day. He's good. But you gotta either have a personality like Neiman's or be the best to be having a bunch of people making you their profile picture. I'm so happy to sleep in this. Oh, it's going to be so nice. I will control my urge to play online chess until I have to go to work at 7 p.m. I will not. I will not succumb to chess addiction. See how lazy I am? I'm just doing the same stuff mostly. That wasn't a good move. You're just so lazy, though. You're just as bad. Be careful here. Nope. Wrong you are. Wrong you are. Wow list. Like a grocery list? Like, wow, some tissue paper on your grocery list? Wipe up your tears. Yeah. Tub of ice cream? I'll break your heart worse than your most painful breakup. And you don't know what I went through. You don't know what he did to me. You don't know how she was. What I can include girls and the being monsters and always being a sweet little princess. If men can, what did I say about talking? I'm gonna get myself in trouble and I'm gonna lose the game. It's double whammy. Girls can be the princesses. They don't get to be the princesses, and men have to be the bad guys in the tee out. Not all of you are perfect. So I'd say less than half of you. Okay. If I were black, I would castle or consider pushing the pawn, maybe. Nah, I wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that. Now I'll just show up uninvited. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. No. I'm not sure that move. I'm pretty sure it forces your rook to the A file, though. No? That way the rook's got to move, otherwise I'm going to fork. It's going to go. No, that's a great move. You're trapped. No, the bishop. So you got to play rook b7. Rook b7. It's got to be immediate, or you don't deserve this rating. It's got to be faster than I figured it out. It's not my problem. It's your problem to solve. Hmm. Now you still got to play rook b7. You don't. I don't know how you think that's acceptable. I don't know who tell you to play chess. I really don't. Nope. That beats me. Because you'll have no tricks. I made sure of it. Duh. You can try to play rook f8. but nothing's going to be keeping you in this fight. Nothing. Well, let's call it good. 21-19. I've already said some stuff. And again, I plead the chess defense. COVID lockdown, let's call it long COVID, combined with chess is a very mentally stressful game. I don't mean anything I say, especially if it hurt your feelings or could lead to legal action against me. Let's consider before taking any legal action against me. I'll start with this. Before we worry about saying things, I ran the world since COVID. Shit. Charlie Kirk got shot. Some people. I'm going to throw in George Floyd. First of all, George Floyd and Austin Metcalf. They're one and the same. They were victims of a violent attack. One happened to be a young white man, the other a black man. That's fair, right? Just at a track meet chilling. And the other was committing some crimes, but he still didn't deserve anything but due process. So these days, play it safe, run your mouth, who knows? You might catch a bullet. So play some chess, settle our differences with chess. I think if Putin and Zelensky would have just played one winner-takes-all chess battle, it would have saved a lot of lives. Women and children wouldn't have got blown up in train stations and shit. But no one asked me to negotiate peace on behalf of anyone. I'm not sure why. Just give me a microphone, drop a beat. I'll use my Pepsi cap as a gavel. And I'll narrate a chess battle. If you ever listen to George Carlin's, what's it called? Bigger Dick Foreign Policy, which basically George Carlin's theory is every war, every time we send a good, caring mother's kid to die, sometimes a painful death, that guy said he has a bigger dick than me, and therefore I must fight, or better yet, send other men to fight on behalf. I'm not mocking Trump at all. I'm just telling George Carlin's joke. Trump's the man. Trump saved America, man. I'm telling you. You can dislike him. You can dislike things Trump said in the past, but he did save at least what we grew up thinking America is, which is freedom, which is we are protected, which is you can't just walk in and kill people, which is we speak English. Never, ever was it mentioned from kindergarten through me graduating from Missouri State, go Bears in 2017, that I might have to consider learning Hindi, even Spanish. It was reasonable. A lot of people speak Spanish, but still, you'll be fine speaking English your whole life. It's going to be the most common language in America for my lifetime. No one assumed otherwise. Now, I don't know. Spanish, definitely. And if everything goes to tech and the other side gets back in power and they make H-1Bs easier to approve, I'm telling you, it's not racist necessarily. We tend to prefer people who look and think somewhat like us. And they'll speak Hindi, and Americans will get fired for telling them not to. So no one will stand up for themselves or America or American values or American culture, religion. And they'll speak Hindi until, if you want to keep your job, even a really smart person, if they speak Hindi half the time, you will be behind. They'll have, you have to be twice as smart as them if they're speaking Hindi half the time. So you can follow along some and then read between the lines, research on your own time when they're speaking English so you understand the language. And eventually you'll just have to learn to speak Hindi or you will be chased out. And kind of like survival of the fittest. You know, and you don't have to have an army in the future with everything tech, cyber, nuclear. No one's fighting anyone. No one's saying America doesn't have the best military. They just cripple us from the inside. Speak a different language. Change the password to our nuclear football. And it's theirs now, and then we'll speak Hindi. Dayton, you're so racist. No. Okay, only if they will leave us alone. Only if Americans never compete and never try to get good at things. If you even want America as a threat intellect is India's pride. And if we give them an avenue, they will try to exert their dominance. And Trump's not allowing that, which is why he got elected. Again, I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm tired. This is an AI-generated version of Dayton. Is that what a robot does? And if I ever say anything that offends you, just know it was a hack and an AI robot version of me. I mean Dayton. Bye.